It would help if I hit the right button to swap scenes. Oh. And I'm a touch dehydrated, so I will probably be taking more hydration breaks than normal. But yeah, I noticed after streaming last time, I never went over and talked to the prince. I also didn't come over and check around for exclamation marks. Okay, so now one thing that I'm not 100% sold on, actually, is our fourth party member. I like our front three. We do well by them, but Indira is so slow, and you know, that was one of the nice things about the gunner, was he could do everything pretty quick. Okay, so I assume that's going to be a new dumb costume. I am curious as to if any of these costumes meaningfully change the stupid as shit high heels, but there's this. I think that there was something in the healing hall. It might be that I need to finish this up first. I don't need the mouse on screen. I want not almost, but not quite Earth. I can't believe the guy whose job description is nerd is a nerd. I always, for some reason, think this is the healing hall. I don't remember quite what it is, but Niravar is one of the Sylvani, right? Why the fuck is... Yeah, I'm not gonna ask. Naravir, whatever. Oh yeah, that's one thing we were going to do. Shadow humor. And I was actually incorrect. This is the quest that I was thinking of. Gonna check and see if the merchants have anything on it. Basically, I'm just looking to see if anybody has a pop-up. I assume it's either going to be our good buddy here, or what's his face, the one that keeps trying to hit on us. But I could be getting ahead of myself. I might need to talk to the bookkeeper again. The keeper of the crypt. I know it's not saying there's an icon there. Yep. Yep. Avalonian. A sober wraith. So I suspect that our choice of who we gave it to is probably going to be the better one. Given that we are affiliated with a wraith now. Oh, where the hell is that shithead? So that does suggest that that was who we needed to talk to, just we talked to them in the wrong order. Because of course we did. Where is that shithead though? Huh. You know, without them being next to each other, I wouldn't have made the mental association of they're probably related. Or at the very least, they're the only two red-haired foxes we've seen. Well, fuck you too, Marahan. So why don't we just shank Maru, because he has no value whatsoever to anybody. Really all he did there is prove that, yeah, I made the right fucking choice. Fuck him. And we'll give the Blood Mage, or whatever the hell it is, a bit longer. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that and well, I assume it will also give us a, since almost everything else has. Oh, I need to know which area. Ghost Bazaar.
We have a job to do.
Oh, Ghost Bazaar. The description is actually, very helpful. Now, we can't tell at this distance which one it's going to be. If I fuck up, it's not a big deal. The enemies here aren't that bad. Okay. Oh, campsite. This actually has... I can click on the damn thing. This has some level of benefit because of the whole, Raven thing. Also, I've not talked to, Okay.
Huh?
Indira before. Of course, we could heal, we could eat, or I guess it's, sleep or play music. Not a big deal. I had already forgotten which, what was in what direction.
Keep a wary eye.
This is another one of the, things I had not run into before. Let's give it to Abel because he has plentiful health and vigor. And of course now he is faint. What is faint? Now, I wonder if there's a downside to, or if there's the possibility of going into negatives. And I think we're going to be in an area with combat. I think that's what this looks like to me. Yep. Now, she can't quite kill any of the things she can easily reach. Doing this, though, will allow his taunt to kill everything, though. Damn. So much for that. In fact, really, that was kind of worthless because of his reduced speed. Oh, that's another one of those necklaces. Those are relevant for I don't remember what. I think this is all just a straight path. And I believe lyrics awareness will make it so we don't have to worry about any traps. Anything of the sort. And I say, one of the reasons I say that is because we have run into a 5-star trap and her stuff avoided any negative from. More combat. If we run into a campsite, I will be playing music. Basically killing what we can kill, even though it's potentially, you know, we could wait for the next people's turn. Just makes the most sense to me. And we get 2 shots at killing this guy. And I think we need both to hit here to kill this ghost. But once we finish up this set of tasks, we will have, we will advance on to the next set of shit. Yeah, like this is, I think, just the front person, so obviously Lyric can't save her from that. And that's a little bit annoying because it does drop the slight, and slight effects are what we get from chest. But her base slight is still, I think, 4. So, boo fucking who. Yeah, it just drops her down to her base slight. Now, I don't remember what all we grabbed, or what all we have in our inventory right now. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to go the right path, because that locks us into the right path. Campsite. The healing wouldn't be much, but, I mean, at the same time, it would be sufficient to get everybody back to full health. What's shortest path? It looks like this is... Well, no. It's the same... Oh, we're taking the up path. And terror, as I have established previously, isn't a big deal. It seems like it's mostly just there for if you are checking out the majority of the map. And also resting as frequently as possible. Merchant. Now, the weird thing here is most likely we are going to see Gerard, and yet he can't just give us or sell us the humors. And I think, yeah, her stuff does more damage to these. So I guess they're human enemies. The Dragoon's base attack has the same thing going for it. Makes it easier to kill humans, but how frequently are you fighting humans is the issue. Which, another treasure room. I believe most of the time they have at least one mimic. I don't think I've run into a treasure room without a mimic anyway. Campsite? Campsite. I'm not gonna bother with the, oh, I guess. I was thinking we had one more room. But given that there's only one more room, it really... Well, no, it's... The room that we're going to be going through doesn't have a potential interaction, so... Even if it were to increase it above that red line, boo fucking who. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. So can we see far enough to see if there's... Nope. In that case, I'm not 100% certain it matters which way we go here. Now, if I'd attacked the engineer, we might have been able to get out with less damage received. Oh, flashbang. The flashbang is especially effective against the merchant in that case because the merchant self-poisoned to increase their damage. Oh, I for whatever reason I thought I was on the second. This train car already. Was there a south at the front that I just missed? Although it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's fewer rooms if I just take the east. Out of here. The north out of here, I guess. More combat. I'm just glad in this circumstance that since they're essentially back-attacking you, you don't have an actual back attack to deal with. That'll be this last one. Everything else will to be able to take down first. And the slaves are a pain because of the fact that they hit or hit twice. For whatever reason, I was thinking those only had 6 health. No, but it wouldn't matter anyway, because if it had 6 health, its poison effect wore off. Oh, and I actually went farther than I had intended to. I needed to go take a couple steps to the right. Chests are always good. Because even when they, are mostly old stuff, there's still quite a few of these things that I need for relics that are still relatively relevant.
Keep a wary eye.
A book. I think the book is plus vigor or minus vigor. I'm gonna have Amber read it. Oh no, it's plus vigor or plus terror. I did just kind of jam through that. Maybe there are more possibilities of that than I had realized. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like yeah. But yeah, this has been showing off why it would be really nice to have somebody who with really good Overwatch. Because like 5, potentially as much as 5 vigor, 5 health, would be quite a bit. Obviously it doesn't work every time and it has some negatives associated with it, but most of these expeditions are short enough, or most of these individual sets of rooms are short enough that if you're progressing through at a quickish pace, not going to be an issue. So, can we see? I'm going to assume that the Ghost Bazaar is one of the middle items. Probably be proved wrong, but... So in this case, taking the maid out makes sense. Anything else before it acts, so killing the healing one seems a good idea. And of course, Lyric's ranged attack is relatively nice because even though it is not part of her base attack, it only costs 1 energy. Even her more powerful attack only costs a couple, so... I think it's going to be... just keep going right.
Keep a wary eye.
And we'll read the book again because, as I mentioned, I'm pretty sure it is either plus vigor or terror. It might be character specific. It might be that Dragoons have a positive interaction with it, and Fencers have a negative interaction with it. So it might be, you know, utterly unrelated to statistics. A formal dining table. Well, if it's... I can't believe... What's his face? Fucking dead. What is what's his face's name? Abel. It's just gonna take a point of damage each room we come across in each round of combat until it's gone. Won't be a huge deal. It'll likely disappear fairly quickly. Oh. This is one of those occasions where her hit 2 enemies thing is actually kind of pays off. And oh. Definitely not gonna kill that one. Could stun it. I'm surprised we only missed the 1 time there. What the hell was it that we picked up there? Okay. Oh, it's a campsite. Which means we can try to play some music. We're not very good at it. No, it doesn't really matter. And actually, since we're only 1 room away, healing, giving a little bit of healing seems useful. The terror meter in general seems kind of inconsistent. Like it goes up in fits and bunches rather than being a sensible increase. Oh, that was the arena. I'm hoping the Ghost Bazaar is the final room regardless. Okay, so right, probably right, and then the rightmost up. I'll definitely remember that. By which I mean, I will definitely hit open up the map in every one of these screens. Maybe not this next one. I'm gonna give myself even odds on it. Combat. So, the maid, and then... we'll go after other things. I do believe this is the last area before the, I can't think of the name. The Ghost Bazaar. Oh, one way or the other, it should work out fine. Oh, that's annoying. And she doesn't have, stuff to help. And those, little noises that sound like I'm hitting my microphone or tapping the front of my microphone or, you know, getting something near the front of my microphone are almost entirely my beard getting caught in the pop filter. It's a little bit too close, but that's kind of how I have my setup. It's just off axis of my mouth. So. Merchant. Do we have... I don't really need to buy anything is the issue. If we were a little bit closer, selling stuff would be fine, but I'm most likely not going to pick up too much more, and I'm going to ignore this one. Although, who knows, maybe the fencer could actually hold her alcohol unlike the dragoon. Ah, yeah, this is definitely the last thing before the Ghost Bazaar. I'm hoping.
Stay alert.
I don't know why it still has that, that boss icon. The boss is demonstrably dead. Or I guess the boss is demonstrably sane now, not dead. Neat. even fuller on weight. So maybe we will find ghost food at some point in time? What would ghosts even eat? Oh. Huh. Okay. So just needed to talk to her a couple more times. Good to know. And first things first, since I'm otherwise definitely going to forget it, drop all of the crafting shit off. These, apparently weigh a little bit more than I was expecting. Because I know the bullion doesn't weigh anything. That is a lot of IVs. So far, both of our dumb things that we've done today have gotten us outfits. And crafting materials, but... that is considerably less dumb than I was expecting. So what's the Green Riding Hood? That is also less dumb than expected. Oh, you need to heal. Probably sell the bullion, see what relics are available. Not that I'm too likely to, I don't know if I have one of those. It'll take a second to check. Oh no, it's after the... We do not have a fire kit. You might know what's involved in rafting as well. What's Taman selling? Not much. And I'll check and see if we can make anything of value for, well, either our Blood Mage or, yeah, if we could get Steel Gauntlets, that would definitely be worth the loss of a point of speed. Actually, even the Iron Gauntlets, since that just is dropping slight. And we could make an Assassin's Belt. Dropping Merchantry is not a big deal. Although I don't know who actually has our... Who the hell has our good Merchantry? Oh, no one. That makes sense. The problem with bumping up Slight is that's already the domain of our Fencer. So this only has value if we stop using the Fencer. Which we could, but we'll most likely be replacing it with somebody who also has a class relic equipped. Class-specific relic equipped. Since those tend to have no downsides, have a boost to their attack, and have both health and vigor. As I'll just scroll down to point those out. As is the case with all of these. And even the Hedge Mage one. We can make it, but the issue for a lot of these classes is just Shadowmancers and Hedge Mages could really use a point of combat. So unless those enhanced flourishes are really good, it's kinda just shitty all around. I mean, at least these don't have a downside. Well, I guess the downside is they don't give you vigor. So, in comparison to... Oh, I guess... Oh, it'd be the vest. In comparison to the vest, there's the downside. I'm not gonna bother with that, though. I'm mostly happy with our Blood Mage. So. While the, Dwarven Gunner would be mostly equally as good. I thought I did check the market and they told me to fuck off. Whatever.
We have a job to do.
Yeah, the industrial district. I was just double checking to make sure I had not brought unnecessary items. The wait can be a hassle. Oh, yeah, since we just started the chapter. This isn't going to be a long trip anyway. or rather I guess I should say, this isn't going to be a trip to the end of this area. Even if I can otherwise make it, it doesn't make sense to. There's probably going to be new quests. At least that's been the case the last 2 times we got a chapter start message. And then we get into combat immediately. I am a little bit annoyed that if I'd just taken a couple steps, it would have ended up not being a big deal. Inclined though I am to take out that hedge mage first. She is real slow. Yeah, nothing. Her actions will not have super huge consequences anyway. Oh, just damage. I was really expecting her to have like a heal or a buff or something of the sort. Largely because that seems to be what hedge mages that we have access to have as their skill set. They're more utility based. Never looked at the map, did I? Oh, that is a weird map. That looks like just keep going right is the short path. Oh, it looks like there's lots of routes to a shortest path, but... Fire is always appreciated. At some point in time, I really do need to check and see if access to the Raven is strictly based off of Overwatch ability. And of course, the way to do that would be to give, well, either give somebody the stuff to get them decent Overwatch, or grab a recruit that doesn't suck at Overwatch. I have to imagine hedge mages are pretty good, since that's what their unique boost, if I'm remembering correctly. No, this is an actually different set of recruits than we had been running into. Now, the Shadowmancer isn't anything special. The Arcaster. The issue with both of those classes is the the 2 combat. If you see the Gunner, I don't know why the sound effect for closing that is louder than normal. And of course the fencer, we already have a fencer. So. But that's more usable than the groups that we were running in. Well, no, actually. That's less usable, because the groups we were running into before had a Blood Mage and a Dragoon.
Keep a wary eye.
I don't know what the positive interaction is here. We have the, since we're not going to be taking the longest route. Nope, faint. And actually that does kind of suck. I need to remember to only interact with that with Lyric. Her losing a point of awareness isn't a huge deal. Everybody else, though, is already slow as shit. I wasn't really expecting this. Might we be able to get it going? I like the smiley face.
Huh?
Why does it look like it's about to fall apart? Oh, I guess that... Why can we go... Oh, I guess it's... I was confused for a second as to why we could go past the entrance. So, there is no especially short path here. I'm just gonna try for the most direct. Ow. Hey, guess who fucked up their order? Or rather, didn't notice that their order got fucked up. Yep, she cannot use her base attack. That's not it. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Third or fourth. It made more difference when I had two people at 4 awareness. And in that case I had Lyric at 3 because I wanted her going first. Because certain things ended up being somewhat contingent on if she actually hit. The gunner has a attack that does additional damage. I think it had a 5 base. Well, that actually makes it so that this one's irrelevant. It's gonna die. This one is also gonna die. Fantastic. That's an annoying annoyance. I swear I know how to speak sometimes. And so long as Lyric does at least 3 damage, the Lord Necromancer is dead. And this fucker still gets the hit. Annoying, but with the plus HP for both of those two, it's considerably less of an issue. If I was still dealing with them with just vest relics, I'd be a little bit more worried. Oh. It's weird, I always seem to run into Gerard in expeditions that don't matter, but the merchants are never there when... And for that matter, the campsites are almost never there when I'm doing the expeditions where I'm intending to go fight the boss. Well, we've failed at singing twice. Okay, path it is. Wait, which is... Oh, this is just the exit. Ah, I see that there is... Oh, there's a Golem Society? That is adorable, though. Oh. I know that's not going to be the boss area. But it is the area where we will probably... somewhere... have the whole Voltec laboratory thing. And we will have the option to either resurrect Volrung or not. Now, I made my feelings on it pretty clear before. I'm probably going to help the dwarf. The possibility of... I know it's not going to be a companion. The game has provided ample opportunity to demonstrate it's not going to give us unique companions. To a certain extent, that makes sense. Your allies are expendable. Lyric can't die, so, you know, having allies that can die means they need to not be unique. Unfortunately, when they die, they do lose their relics, or you do lose their relics, I guess I should say. Oh, that is really dumb looking. Jesus, Volsung, what the hell were you thinking when you made that? And I know part of it is these little things, the screw ends there, look like eyes and make it look like, okay, in addition to that face, it has this face. So it has a body with a big ol' smiley face on it too. Yep. So we likely need to do something to activate it. Kinda strange that it's not activating. I actually genuinely expected him to just kind of jump up and, you know, run the fuck out. But we might need to activate something else in here. Oh. That's a boss. Wow. But yeah, I really wasn't expecting this to have a boss fight, but you know, I'm pretty demonstrably dumb as shit here. Yeah, doing that'll be good. So it's going to be shielding itself. Most likely it... Oof. We want to get rid of that scavenger golem. We want to get rid of that flamethrower golem. But first things first. Actually... Oh, I guess it can only activate on the front target. Putting it in stun is still useful, though. Since it will have another turn before, we can kill it. Fortunately, despite the AoE, this is not a particularly dangerous set of enemies. Well, we do want to get rid of that, though. And now it's 1 versus 4. I don't know why there's no music. Music would be really nice to have. But yeah, the combination of the Blood Mage and the Fencer mean we have a lot of stun available. So when we're fighting one big enemy, I mean, we could stun again, for fuck's sake. Enemies don't seem to build up stun resist, which is an odd decision. I suppose most enemies don't really have the HP for it to matter. We've certainly not run up against anything with the HP for it to matter. So, I'm beginning to suspect that the old man lyric will be the final boss. Might even be the actual Shade King. Who knows? Now I'm gonna walk back and see what see if there's any more additional interactions available here. Does not appear to be, but there might be things doable in this room. Or this one, for that matter. I am really curious about the golem that's in that, There looked like there was an interactable there. The golem that was in that, green tank. Seemed a weird decision. Maybe we needed to hold off until we beat the shit out of Thrain. Or, putting that heart in. Who knows? Certainly not I. But I think that's definitely turn back time.
No good.
We beat a boss, which is good. I wonder if we have any interaction with Volsung now. Since we did put the heart in. Okay. Weird, but whatever. I don't know why. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know why. The backpack part of this is annoying me. I'm gonna try the Dwarven armor. The little, like, purse part for the dwarf, it's probably just a backpack, but it was visually, aesthetically bugging me. And I'm getting a headache. As opposed to normally it's a handache because of the controls for this are all left hand. Wait a second. Where the shit's Helga? She has a... Oh. I thought we were going to interact with the forge, not the ridiculous. That awaits. I am curious if we will eventually be able to recruit a shield maiden. I kind of doubt it.
Oh.
Ah, and now we can visit Mahorn. A detective agency. Well, he certainly has the outfit for it. By which I mean he looks like a bum. Lava pools. That sounds intriguing. I do appreciate that as time has gone on, Mahorm has been a better and better character, as opposed to Mahu, who just keeps on being shittier and shittier. Now, there's not any exclamation points for anything. So probably not going to be any quest here. But... oh, where is... oh, I didn't go far enough. Now that actually raises an interesting point, though. I think the only, box here we have available to us is the Arcaster. And while we have the Arcaster relic, it's not... I should really take a look at it. By which I mean I should really take the relic out, see what the flourish is. Because it might be sufficient to make them more usable, given that one of the things I'm really liking on the Dragoon is its taunt, and the majority of that is just that taunt does 1 damage to everything. Oh, we have... oh, I guess the Scoundrel's also box here. I just hadn't noticed that. That isn't where I can equip that. Oh, I need to know what the hell the actual base level is anyway. 2 damage to everybody. Hook might be pretty good against big targets. Okay, so the major thing is not it dealing combat damage, although if you have a buffer, that can be good, but rather that it decreases the cost. Also, hey, she's good at merchantry, and we actually have a good Overwatch person now. The lack of combat will be... I don't even know that it'll really hurt us. It's about the same... not about... it's the same average combat as it was when we were running the gunner before and we didn't run into any issues. You know, we just have too many of these. I'll put 2 away, but I'm just gonna sell the other 2. The out of combat interaction stuff takes a while, but doesn't help when I mess up the buttons. And actually, I think this is going to be it for me because my hand is also now starting to bug me. I can swap the interactions are all available on the right hand as well, but combination of a headache and and my hands means I really should take a break. But anyway, that's going to be it for me.